Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney, and today I want to talk to you about putting your head down to get to where you want to go. Before I do that, though, I want to remind you, if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter of all time, you're missing out. Go to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Check it out. It's really good, okay? If you're a law firm owner and you want to make more money and you want to work less and you want to do fun things, get on the list. Okay, put your head down to get to where you want to go. And this is a conversation that I was having today with my buddy Keen. He's trying to start a podcast, or he's not trying to, he's going to start a podcast. He's kind of picking my brain on what to do, logistics, how to get it done, all these things. And as always happens when I talk to Keen, we sort of, we didn't devolve. We just transitioned into a conversation about success, about goal setting, about defining when you've reached what you're trying to do, and really how to know if you are getting where you want to go, basically. And what we were talking about was the fact that when you define success incorrectly, it's not only does it hinder you, does it slow you down, does it make you feel bad, but you actually never get there. You never feel the satisfaction of success, and you actually have the ability to do that, to feel success every single day. I've talked about this in the past, but it's worth repeating because it's an important concept. You know, a lot of people, when they set goals, when they think about what success looks like, they talk about things like make $1 million. They talk about things like, buy fancy cars, buy a house, make X dollars in a month, all of these kinds of things that people want, and that's fine. It's totally okay to want these things, but when you define them as success, you can come into some problems. The first problem is that until you reach that goal, until you acquire that thing, you're going to feel unsatisfied. You're going to feel as if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to feel this unease, and it shouldn't be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Success can be achieved every day. You can be fulfilled and still be striving for big goals. That's one of the things that we were talking about. And the way that you do this is by putting one foot in front of the other. The analogy that he used, which is perfect, I've used it myself, is, if you're let's say you're walking someplace and it's a long ways away. He was talking about being in Vegas and walking to one of the other casinos, right? They look like they're right there because they're huge, but when you start walking, you realize that they're a long ways away, and you can get really tired, especially if you've been out partying, Not that I ever do that, but, I've heard. So what happens at that point? At some point in time, if you really want to get there, what you decide to do is that you just have to go, and what you're going to do is, instead of looking at that big goal off in the horizon, you just look down at your feet, and you just start putting one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Just keep walking. And then pretty soon you look up, and you've made a tremendous amount of progress. You're basically there. That is the same way that your business, that your life, that everything works with, okay? And the way that you do that is to identify your big goals and then break them down into steps that you can complete and things that you can do on a daily basis. Consistent action over time will get you where you want to go. The completion of projects over time will get you where you want to go, but you have to focus on winning every day. So you can achieve this happiness, you can achieve this success, still be chasing your big goals, because you can look back at the end of the day, I did this thing today that I had to do, that I was supposed to do, I got it all done. I feel satisfied, I feel good. I feel like I'm making progress toward my goals. Then when you look up, after you've been doing this day after day after day, you see that your goals, your big goals, are much closer than you originally thought. But a lot of us fall into this trap of having these big goals, working for a day, looking up, seeing that the big prize is still a long ways away, and feeling discouraged and quitting. Okay, this happens all the time. In weight loss is definitely the easiest thing to do. It also happens in business. I'll use both examples. The weight loss example is, let's say you're overweight, you want to lose some weight. So you go on a diet, you start exercising, you do it regularly for a week, let's say 2 weeks, let's say 3 weeks, even 4 weeks, doesn't matter. fill in the timeline. Then you go get on the scale and you've only lost 2 pounds. You've been working your butt off, crazy. And you've been eating right, you've been doing all the things you're supposed to do, but you only lost 2 pounds. So you're like, man, this stuff is broke. It ain't working. I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna go back to the way it always was. I'll try something different maybe, jump over to this other thing, I'll do this other thing. And you end up never getting where you wanna go. When in fact, if you would have just restricted your calories and exercised for long enough, eaten right long enough, you'll get to where you wanna go. You just have to be able to do it for a long time, consistently. And you'll see the results that you want. Same in business. You know, I talk a lot about creating content. I talk a lot about advertising. I talk a lot, and it doesn't matter what it is. When you start doing something new, you can't launch your first ad, not have the phone ring for a day or 2 days or 3 days or a week, and want to quit. It just doesn't work like that. You have to receive the feedback and iterate, but you got to keep moving forward. You got to keep doing things every single day. If you do those things, if you make those moves, then you'll get to where you want to go. All right. So the sort of the message for the day is, you know, if you're struggling, if things aren't going the way that you want, identify the goal that you need, that you want to reach, and then identify the daily habits or the project that you need to do, and identify a thing that you need to get done today to move that project forward, and then do it. As long as you do that, as long as you meet those goals, you will be a success today. And then when you wake up tomorrow, you do it all over again, and the next day, and the next day, for the rest of your life. If you want to be a good parent, you show up every day, and you do the things that you need to do every single day. It may just be 1 or 2 things. Telling your kids you love them, for example. That might be it. It might be the only thing you're trying to do for the day. But if you do that, then you know you're making progress, right? Same with your friendships, with your marriages, with your significant others, with your employees, with your coworkers, with clients, with everybody. Just identify those things you need to do and do them every single day. Pretty soon you'll look up and you'll be exactly where you want to be. All right, that's it. Hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this resonates with you. If you're struggling, there is a way out. You know, there is help to be had. Get on the newsletter. Send me a message. I'm happy to talk to you. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you know someone needs to hear this, share it with them. You know, don't be stingy. I'm doing this for free. If it makes sense, if it helps, send it to somebody, okay? And if you want to get on the newsletter, theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Pretty simple. Every week I send you some goodness, and I guarantee you'll like it. Okay, that's it for today. I am Christopher Small. I am the Unconventional Attorney. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon. See you.